Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production, take 2.
Action.
Absolutely, man. It's a beautiful thing. Just seeing it now out to a select few people and waiting for their feedback and the feedback that we've gotten. Like it's been a beautiful thing and still waiting on certain feedback from this film. But yeah, man, like I don't want to go back all the way because I know I talked about it a little in the past, but when this idea sparked for me in 2021, like it was off the I had to pivot. I had to pivot from this film that I was doing, Scorpio, and
Oh,
I was just
shit.
like,
I forgot that was
oh yeah,
forgot about Scorpio. Holy
oh
crap.
yeah, yeah, man, that was something else. That was something else. But yeah, I watched it. I watched Scorpio. Okay, I got feedback on it. And I was just like, I don't like this. I know I can do something better. I told myself I will not settle for mediocrity. Like I cannot settle for that. And I knew like, okay, the plan that I have, what I want to do with this, it has to take 2 to 3 years. It has to take me planning. It has to take me multiple years of development. It has to take a team. It has to take the Avengers damn near in order for me to bring this to life. So it was times where I thought I was ready to film this film, and I'm really, really glad I didn't film it at the time. It's just like it wouldn't even be close to what it was. It'll be something like Scorpio, but a little bit of acting. So yeah, it's just learning the art of pivoting in filmmaking. It has to be an asset that not necessarily that you be great at, but it has to be something that you're skilled at. And that's just anything with life and just learning how to pivot with this film and just being patient. Like
Yeah.
those are the two P's in this film, pivoting and patience. Like those two help me craft like the development process and things like that. And so fast forward to the editing process, and when we got done filming it, I was just like, okay, let me take a few weeks just to be centered and the film is done. Like the film is done filming, let me take a few weeks to just figure out how I want to edit this and how I want to approach this. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's break it off into certain aspects of how I want to do it as far as sequencing in the double premiere, what scene I want to tackle first. And then I was just like, okay, I was looking at it. It's a few more scenes that we got to shoot. It was some issues that we had in the opening scene that we had to reshoot. And it was just like, okay, I'm learning as I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'm learning as I'm going throughout this process and just getting feedback along the way and things like that was very helpful. Like shout out to Juan. Like he helped me as far as crafting ideas and certain things of how the film look color wise and certain angles and things like this. Hey, punch in this, lower the lower the lamp, like just little small things in the film and things like that, lower the shadows and just small details that you will only see like on a grander scale that a certain normal eye wouldn't notice. So yeah, it was just a learning process and just throughout this, and it was what, a full 2 months that we
From shooting, like
from editing.
yeah, it was like 2 months.
Yeah, like a full 2 months and things like that.
For those who ever feel any way about a deadline, listen, we had a deadline. We were damn near editing till on the deadline day. Like
Damn near, man. Damn near.
I mean, Darrell was reshooting, I think the day before, right?
Yeah, like
Something like that.
yeah, like the deadline. Yeah, I can get into it. Like the deadline, I know we all over the place, but we're still in the editing phases.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it was like a few days or a day. I know it wasn't a day before, like a few days before, we shot a scene that's in the film festival version of the film because we had to pivot on certain things, and it was just like, man, like I felt like Kanye turning in the album Night Of. Like just watching the Donda Experience and things like that, him turning in a certain album like the night of this release. And I was just like, man, at this point, I told myself, you will never really be satisfied. Like I will always be in my head when it comes to this film, bro. Like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I'm editing it to my liking. I'm getting feedback. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. Like, okay, does the story make sense? Like, that was a big question mark to me. Like, okay, is the normal person going to get this story? Is the normal person going to be able to watch the beginning, middle, and end and put two and two together and say, oh, okay. Like, okay. And it was just like, okay, yeah. Like, I get it, of course. And it was some things that I could have done better story-wise, and I was just like, okay, we'll do it on the next one. We
Yeah.
also have opportunity to remold and recraft, certain things throughout the year. And it's just like, okay, I don't wanna rush this process, but I know we gotta get it done. Like,
Yeah.
that was the thing, like, we couldn't just harp on it for weeks and months and things like that, like, we have to get this done. And that was mainly the editing process. It was just like, okay, let me edit a few scenes here and there. Let me put this together, and then let me put it all together. Then let me start coloring it. Like coloring in itself was a whole different process in itself, and just honing in the skills that I knew, but also developing new coloring techniques
As
throughout the
you go.
film. And I knew during the betrayal scene between the protagonist and the antagonist, like I knew the type of color of the lamp that I wanted. Funny enough, I think it's the same color as this one right here. So like I knew exactly like the color I wanted, and I wanted that soft light bouncing off the subject and things like that. And I displayed shadows how I wanted, but not to the extent of how I needed it to be, if that makes sense. Like there was things that we should have did in that moment, in that scene, that could have been better and made it more cinematic, as they say. So like, and that's just things that I'm just gonna develop and craft throughout the next journey and the next film and things like that. And so it's just like, okay, I know how I want the film to look. Like I know, like okay, I have kind of inspiration from Black Panther too, but I have a lot of inspiration from Lena Waithe's Shoulder Shy. And the way that she used these dark undertones and these warm ambient lights, these soft lights to depict certain characters in the film and depict certain scenes and moments that are going on in that scene. So it's just like, okay, I like how this look. I love how this look. But it's just one thing missing. I'm gonna get to that one thing. I'm gonna pass it off to you. Like it was just one thing that was missing in there, and so it was a few scenes that I went back and did different colors to. So I exported the still, exported the video, and I compared the two on how I wanted to look and things like that. And it was just certain things that I was just like, how do I feel about it? How do I feel about this? I would say the chess scene in particular was the one that, okay, it was okay, I had to go into tiny details to fix. It was the chess scene and the ending scene with John and the wise man. Like it was tiny, super tiny details that I had to fix in those scenes. And especially the chess scene, it was something I caught on too late. So it was like I was 95% done coloring it, ready to complete it. And then I exported and I watched it. I was like, what is that? So I was like, damn.
And this stuff you talking about things you caught in the coloring?
Yeah, something I caught in the coloring. I was just like, damn, I gotta go zoom in like all the way on the certain area of the that I want to fix and things like that. I just had to hone in and just fix it. And I watched it earlier and I was just like, damn, I could have did that a little bit more. But again, this film is the foundation as we are building it brick by brick. So we have the luxury of like just molding it and reshaping it how we want to throughout this process. So yeah, man, just the editing process, like it was just sleepless nights. It was times where I just caught myself driving. It was times I caught myself in the middle of the night just thinking about it. And it was just like, man, like I hope people resonate with it.
Yeah.
Like how I feel about it. Like I know people won't necessarily feel that exact way, but I truly hope people get an understanding of the passion that it took into editing this film and coloring this film and just crafting this story together. And man, like the missing piece was the sound design. So I told myself, like, okay, I have this color for this scene between the protagonist and the antagonist, and we had an idea of a type of sound that we wanted. And again, like the filmmaking is okay, we racing to the finish line. So if you see something you're lacking, you're gonna pick it up on your way to the finish line. I don't have time to stop and drink water. If someone running a marathon, they damn they're drinking the water while they still running.
Yeah.
So that's how we was doing with this film process. And I told myself, this jazz music is gonna it's gonna complement these scenes so beautiful. And it's gonna be truly amazing. So yeah, man, just break down the sound design on your part. You fully did the sound design. You crafted a beautiful piece of art, man. Like we were talking about Basquiat earlier. Like, man, this was a beautiful piece of art, man.
Okay, that's a wrap.